All right, let's talk. Robert, look, you've written this amazing book. It's a magnificent book about the new king. You could never have predicted when you wrote this that within 17 months he would be facing such a serious challenge, not just to his reign, but to his life.
No, I mean, he always seemed someone who's very abstemious. I mean, over all the years I've been following and writing about him, even made a programme with him once. Here's someone who's very fit for his age, lives a very abstemious life, doesn't drink much, is almost fastidious about food. Healthy to the point, doesn't even eat lunch. Actually thinks lunch is bad for you, and is very fit. And there can't be many people who have celebrated a 70th birthday with both parents still alive. So, you know. Do
you have any inkling from your many great sources about what this cancer actually is?
No, I'm not privy to the sort of.
But
cancer.
It must be serious for them to be taking the action they're taking.
All cancer, is serious. What I am hearing is that he's proving to be not a very good patient, in that he is still expecting to have all the paperwork coming, all the stuff, the non-public interaction stuff is continuing. When I was doing the book, I mean, you talk to people who have or do work for him, and he keeps very late hours. I mean, he is a hard worker. He has, Tom will know. Tom's written about, some of his peccadillos and over the years,
he's had a tough life.
He's had an extraordinary life. I mean, a unique life. But the one thing that runs through it is that whether good times or bad, he has this capacity he likes mountains of paper. Another thing that I think we've all been so busy over the years studying his interest in other faiths, the long-standing thing about him wanting to be a defender of faith, that I don't think we've paid much attention to his own faith.
Right.
And that actually is much deeper and stronger, I discovered anyway, than I was aware of. And I think that's something that's going to stand
probably
in good
never
stead.
more important than it is right now. Right?
Absolutely.
Tessa, let's talk about the inevitable. Harry's flown in. He had a 40-minute maximum meeting with his father. That might be it. We don't know. Maybe he flies back again. No sign of any rapprochement with his brother. I mean, what do you make of this?
I think that Harry's been itching to build bridges with his father, really from the birthday call at the back end of last year. I think the Omid Scobie book scuppered any bridges being built before Christmas. And I think that Harry, as quick as he was out of the traps, is indicative of a son who wants to find a way back in, certainly with his father, against whom he's never really had the beef. The beef was always predominantly.
Well, he did attack his father's wife in his book.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't pretty, and I'm sure
pretty. It was ugly as it gets. I mean, if one of my family did that to me, they would be done. I mean, Tom, we've talked a lot about this, but what do you make of this grandiose gesture? I mean, I wonder if we could say, well, it shows it must be a serious situation, because he didn't fly 2 weeks ago when Charles had his benign prostate procedure, but he's flown straight in here. That does suggest to me it must be serious. But this rift with William looks pretty implacable. If you can't come together at a moment like this, when can you?
Well, as I said last night to you, I was very suspicious about the dash, and I won't be surprised at all, as I hinted yesterday, if he flies back tonight or tomorrow. I think it was all just for show. I think that it was an impromptu way of getting attention. I think he's a very suspicious man. He's wrote his book for money. He's been very disloyal. And I'd be very surprised if he met Camilla when he met the father, met his father. And I think the only person he might meet but now would be Beatrice or Eugenie, but otherwise he'll go back. And I think that there's absolutely no hint of reconciliation. His wife is the most bitter, unreconciled woman there is. He'll be told that in any case there's no future for him.
And I'm told that William's real rage is about what Harry wrote about his wife.
He's right, but he's absolutely right.
Yeah, he is.
What he wrote was absolutely grotesque.
Yeah.
Only for money.
Yeah.
And he's been terrible about his father as well.
But I don't think we should be too suspicious about a son wanting to have contact with his ageing, ill father. I think that is a very simple, familial transaction, whatever water's gone under the bridge. I think it's all too easy to cast aspersions, and one hopes that Charles is larger-hearted.
Well, the aspersions are cast
that.
because of the track record of Harry and his wife in the last 4 or 5 years.
He dashed off after the coronation. He was pretty
But they haven't missed a chance to sell trash about their family.
And
Let's
not
be
only
clear.
that, he briefed Omid Scobie for the second book, which was a disgraceful book. We discussed that at the time.